Okay, and we are live and about to get started. I'm gonna let these guys know what their opponent has banned, and we'll explain that in a second. But we'll get right over here started in just a moment. Here are the bans: Gringo, banned Leia; Rando, banned Gringo. Oh wait. they're actually they're running with the bit. Excellent. Okay, so what this means, these guys have built a whole bunch of different decks, and they are, make sure that, yeah, they're both promoted. Okay, they're good to go. They've each built up to 10 decks, and then their opponent will ban one character, and even if that is used in 8 other decks, it doesn't matter. They cannot use any deck with that character in it, and including the character that they themselves ban. So Gringo banning Leia, Rando banning Ki-Adi-Mundi means that neither of them can use decks that consist of those characters, and we will get started here in just a moment. All right. Let me do just a little promo here, and we'll get started. Go ahead and get fully set up. All right. Almost there. All right. And here we go. These guys are getting there. Getting there. All right. Hey, Stinger, welcome. Nice to see you, bud. All right, we've successfully... Okay. All right, so we're just about ready to get started here. We do see, let's see, first off, we're on Rando's side. He's picked his Ayla Obi-Wan deck. And on Gringo's side, he has picked the Rainbow Reroll deck. These are two pretty dadgum strong decks. It'll be interesting to see how they end up playing out. And I'm going to get a little bit of a better view here of some hands. That's a little better, isn't it? Okay, perfect. Okay, so these guys have drawn their starting hands, and we're ready to rock and roll just about. Looks like Gringo's about to throw back a bunch of different stuff. I don't know why he's throwing back the armory, though. It makes no sense. I guess it's because he doesn't actually have a weapon, but in that case, he should be throwing back the Lavish Cape as well. Force Affinity is all you should be keeping. On the other hand, let's see, Rando's kept a bunch of... Yeah, he's got... Wow, what a hand. It is like nothing but gas right there to get what he wants to go. But he loses the roll off handily, rolling double blanks. So welcome to the Norman Curse. That is where we are at. Okay. All right. So Battlefield is both of them are on Jedi Temple on these decks. This is becoming probably the most ubiquitous Battlefield for blue out there. That is a freaking great card. I think it is not immediately understood I think, but it is absolutely a phenomenal battlefield, and one of the best that has been printed. So that is, these guys are saying good luck, and they're getting started here. So immediately we're going to, drawing cards, and oh my gosh, and hitting double armory off of that, and that's pretty insane. So it'll be interesting to see if he chooses to go after the Fen Blaster first, or if he goes for the Vibrasword on Ezra. In this particular deck, let's see, he just needs to roll one resource, so it would make sense to kind of potentially go after the Vibrasword first. And because he'd be rolling multiple dice out with Ezra that might be able to pull off getting the extra resource that he needs there. He's going to play out both of these armories really probably before doing anything. On Rando's side, he's already playing out his stuff, armoried into one thing. He naturally played another. And he didn't really necessarily need to do that. I'm not sure. Like, he could just Luke offer. So maybe, I guess he may be looking at trying to eventually overwrite there, but I'm not sure why you necessarily don't just Luke's offer there, especially because you have Jarkai to play, unless he just mistakenly did that. Because he could have. I mean, he can play it anyway at this point, because like he had 3 resources. So armory for -1, the DC blaster is a 1, and then the Jarkai is a 1. So maybe that's fine, but I think he's probably, like, at this point, I would think he'd really want to try and, knock out the power actions here and try and get, some additional resources out of him and Obi-Wan, out of the Clone Trooper die and Obi-Wan, before necessarily rolling out Ayla, because if he can get out 3 upgrades and Jarkai on turn 1, that game is pretty much over. See, there's one resource right there, and so that's what we got. This will be interesting to see, because like at this point, I mean, also it's notable Gringo went for the Fen Blaster first, which is, I mean, that's fine. I think he may, I don't know. If I were him, I'd be thinking probably toward playing that Vibro out first in order to roll out Ezra more earlier, since that, more dice, more potential for resources. Even though technically, I guess it really, and actually, when you think about it, it almost doesn't matter, because there is a resource on the Fen Blaster die anyway, and so he has 2 dice with resources, 3 if you count Terra, and so that's what he can do there. But like, he doesn't have to really, do much here. I don't know. The challenge there, though, I suppose, is that he would really like. Here's another thing I guess that's notable, is that by delaying the Vibrasword play, it delays Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan really wants to be able to like Guardian the Vibrasword more than anything else, because that is like if he can Guardian the 0 off the Vibrasword, that's like saving a ton of damage to him. And unless he's on Heroic Protector at that very moment that he activates with Obi-Wan, you want to try to minimize the damage he's going to take, and try to take their dice that have stronger sides but rolled weakly, because that's what you want to do. So once again, this is Gringo on top, Rando Mando on the bottom here. This is the ARH Invitational. If you're just showing up, the bans for this match were that Gringo banned Leia, Rando banned Kiadi Mundi. So no Leia Mill deck's going to happen, and no Cam Shield EDs. So we are going to welcome everybody here. We got OAX2, Casero, Commander Root, Drapsnad, Einfaku 42, JWMO87, Lurk, Stinger, and our Streamfarer? Okay. At any rate, we are looking at a slugfest about to happen here. These guys are dirtling a bit, trying to figure out each other's what they're looking at. He rolls another resource there that is exactly what he wanted to see. He is going to Guardian that 4 damage there and prevent the extra roll from the Fen Blaster, which is a pretty wise thing to do. And he rolls another resource, which means he gets he's going to be able to play out his hand, and it's going to look nasty. But so these guys are like really, really slugfesting it hard here. This is going to be hilarious, because now you can basically, oh my gosh, More resources, more resources. There's the vibro, and he's gonna Luke's offer here into the security baton because why wouldn't he? Yeah, he's thinking about it, but he knows it's the right play intuitively. All right, he sees that, and believe it or not, no, you can't do it that way. Yep. Okay. I was thinking about the reveal thing, but yeah, you don't actually have to have a hand. Like if you just can't reveal that, you just it still is do all you can at that point. Kind of funny though. So what he's got here, he's gonna have to make a decision about what he's gonna re-roll with, and which is probably gonna be that. Let's get a little closer view on that. It's his hand over here. That May the Force be with you is probably what he's gonna need to get rid of. I don't. Well, actually, I guess he could get rid of the first aid as well. He doesn't want to get rid of Way of the Jedi, though. That's for sure. Rando being out of cards is, of course, means that he cannot do anything. You know, he does discard the May the Force be with you to reroll here, and there's another blank. Yay! More blankage. All right. Okay, there is 4 and then 1 shield off Finn as a result from the security baton resolution. At this point, I think he would choose to do the power action on Ezra for... Oh, wait, no, not on Ezra. For maybe Terrace the Noob? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, he wants to get the reroll and then reroll the die back in. So, yeah, I guess it would be using Ezra's power action here. And reroll the Vibro Sword die and probably reroll the 3 reroll over there. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe you just reroll. Maybe you just reroll the Vibro Sword and that's it. He's thinking about it. What a killer start though from Rando there. Oh, he's gonna reroll all of that. Okay. Dang! There you are. Don't forget your ping. He does get a ping from that. Is he gonna forget? Is Finn a May? Oh no, there it is. He was thinking. Okay. Now I guess he gets to do the 2 reroll again. Power action on Obi-Wan. He's going to give Ayla a shield here, probably. Looks like he is. Does he care? Would think he'd probably give Obi-Wan the shield, really, but he's going to do it anyway. And rerolls all of her stuff and hits 3 damage in a blank. And actually, that's 4 damage. And I mentioned earlier, I didn't actually calculate that right. It was 6 damage to Ezra because of the Jarkai, and that is another 2. So that's actually like a legit, you know, that's like dead Ezra here if he, you know, without, you know, anything else. Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah, the indirect is fine. He's fine with that. Nothing more he can do there. The 2 indirect isn't going to hurt him that substantially. He does another damage with a ping from Finn. does 2 damage, so we probably get, yeah, 1 shield off Finn, 1 damage on Terra. Discarding the first aid to reroll this guy. There's the discard that he doesn't need. I mean, I think you have to go for this, you know, I think you have to go for the reroll even with Way of the Jedi, like in this particular instance, right? I mean, because you really want to, like, you have to get value out of this. Like that is, you know, it's a 50-50. I mean, but you got to get, like, theoretically he rolls a 2 and that's a dead Obi-Wan, and that's, you know, the game is very different at that point. Okay, so the good and bad here is that, like, that means that, you know, Obi-Wan's on his last leg, so all that needs to happen is he's just got to roll, like, anything, and you know, to do a damage, you know, and hopefully, like, okay, so there's no heroic protector anywhere, and so these guys have, let's see, their hands here. On the top side, we got the Black Market Connection, so he's on that particular version of the deck. Guardians of Peace is super powerful here. There's a reroll card for the Fins. May the Force be with you, removal, and then the Jedi Temple Guards. On the other side, This Is War is going to hit something small. Jedi Lightsaber is going to get him some shields, of course, and then Ayla is going to probably roll in just a massive amount here and potentially threaten lethal immediately, which he does on... oh man, and he threatens lethal immediately on Ezra here, so we probably, and he really can't do much about it. I think, like, is there anything he can even do with it? Yeah, he can't even do that. So not much he can really realistically do here. So I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to, what are you supposed to do with this? He really would have been good for him if he had been able to roll that 2. But at least he got Obi-Wan to, you know, 11. Yeah, that's a huge threat. I mean, he's going to... There's 3. There's 2. So that's done. And, I mean, at least he forced the overkill, which is nice. You know, at least he, you know, forced a waste of a damage. You know, what it was... 18 health left to 13, and so he's actually, like, there's a health advantage over here, but Jarkai is always crazy. And not killing Finn first means that there's, you know, there's, those pings are still gonna be a problem. All right, he does go ahead with a wow, that's a nice, so that's why, one of the reasons why Jedi Temple's so good. Because, like, you know, you get a reroll out of it as well, which is fantastic. And so he power action, which you play the card, it costs 2, therefore he gets to reroll 2 dice, and he gets a shield, so he gets 3 shields on Obi-Wan now, so that's pretty nice. And then, yeah, he's got this it's a pretty bad situation overall, but he does roll into, you know, the 1 damage on the Vibra Sword is a 3, but it's going to get Guardian. He's going to take 3 damage probably here. Is he going to go ahead and take 2 of that? Probably. Let's see. Let's see what he does here. Now, so here's what's interesting. If he does choose to deal with 3 damage out of this, then he could just power action the Finn Blaster, and then that'll deal a damage to Obi-Wan and then take him out. So we'll see what happens. If he's smart about this, he probably only does that one die. And then what's going to happen though is that, like, he can force this a little bit by going, okay, I'm going to yeah, like, I think his move, strangely enough, is probably to power action the Finn die, or the Finn Blaster die rather, into the 3 reroll, and then reroll the Terra die, see if you get some value out of that. The 1 shield die, and then probably the 2 indirect even. No, actually, you would do it with the DC-17 Hand Blaster. That would be the 3rd die to do, because that would be, you know, that has 2 blanks, and that's a 2 damage anyway. Whoops, get... There is a 3 on there, right? Or is it just... Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's 2 dice. If he does it with this way, that is incorrect. Like, he should definitely be affecting the shield there. I mean, technically, I guess it wouldn't matter on some level because he's got, you know, the power action for Obi-Wan still to use, but like still. I mean, I think you gotta threaten and make it happen. That's 5 indirect. Rando gets a phone call. All right. Well, while he's doing that, we'll welcome a couple of additional viewers here. O1 Ella. And who else is new? Alisadra and Vika. Vika's shown up. And Ninatella. What's up, Vika? Rando still hasn't brought out the Clone Trooper die either, so let's see what they got in their hands here at this moment. Like, we're still looking at, you know, wow. So not much in the way of removal over here. He really would like to get some resources. The This Is War is dead. Jedi Mind Trick isn't, though. No resources. However, Pacify is still relevant. Pacify is still relevant in that that could still be your Obi-Wan protection. I don't know. This is looking really bad for just the first turn 4 upgrades on Ayla with Charkai is like absolutely absurd. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Just take the shield, right? You know it's what he's going to do. Like, it's either that or he uses the Obi-Wan power action. Especially because there's nothing in addition threatening here. Alright, so there it is. Just taking the shield. And I misspoke earlier, actually, about the Vibra Sword. I forgot that, you know, Finn is not being elite means that 1 that he rolled out was really a 2, or not a 2, not a 3. So, all right, well, there's 2 damage coming out. Oh, man, roll more shields. It's never going to die. Yeah, I don't... This is not what you typically want to deal with. Like, this is the make short work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're all he's almost implying like he's almost to scoop mode here, which he very well could just about be. Like, there's just not much he can realistically do. The Jedi here could be useful if he rolls a bunch. Like, if he doesn't take out the Obi-Wan here, he's bound and determined to see like a heroic protector very, very soon, and it will cause him grief. He's got all sorts of reroll ability here, so he may be able to do it. If he gets a resource, he may be able to get some shields out of the Guardian of Peace. He doesn't. I mean, there's certainly ways he could do this. So there's 4 damage. He's got something. He's got something here. All right. So good heads up play from Gringo to realize that he did need to play that Jedi Temple Guards there, and just to in order like that was his best pathway forward to taking out Obi-Wan. It was real good for him. Two indirect. So we're looking at like, okay, so Terra has 4 health left. Finn has 7, and he's facing down 15. So he's got a big hill to climb, and it's probably not possible. But does he have a chance? Maybe a little, maybe just a little. I mean, what do you what? Oh man, if you're Rando here, I think you just have to like like This Is War is dead. So, oh no, I guess it isn't. He can spot. This is War can spot him. Like, yeah, spot a blue and activate when you're ready. Yeah, so he can spot himself. The Ayla can run This Is War on her own, but still, okay, can get a resource out of that. It's actually 2 resources, which is real good. Guardian's a piece that may not actually do very much at this point. It's not good. Not good for his tempo. Opportunity has arrived a little bit, though. He really did need to, get the claim there. I think he has a little bit of tempo ahead for the next round. And let's see if he's able to actually get something out of it. He keeps the May the Force be with you in his hand. But he's got a pacify, which is helpful, and not much else. So there's not a lot of good removal that he's going to really be able to help him here. The Guardians of Peace will be good. If he can roll out soon enough for it. He needs to get some rerolls in to make that happen. Guardians of Peace, if he's already rerolled 3 dice that turn, then he gets an extra bonus, and it gets 2 shields instead of the 1. Not sure it's really going to make a big difference at this point, but we'll see. Finn rolling in is probably right because he wants to try and get something out of him as quickly as possible. But yeah, this is pretty bad when he's Rando is sitting on like multiple multi-die removal in his hand here, and he's thinking, do I do this? And I think the answer is yeah. You play the Power of the Tribe. Like, he's got the Power of the Tribe, which can remove, at this point, that the Finn die and the Vibrasword die, which means that there's just like no way that this is now pretty much scoop land. I think there's like really there's not much he can realistically do. I'll take back what I said. He didn't have a chance. Not with the not with so much in the way of removal up and coming. There hasn't been much removal this whole game, really. Oh my gosh. Ayla gets yet another weapon. Yay! Just in case. Okay. Not much left. Sure, I'll just chain it all. If only I ran Jedi Mind Trick. Yeah, well, you know why you don't. Okay. Does one indirect. Saying, come on. Takes that indirect on Terra. mean, even if he rolls like max damage at this point, he's still looking at what? 2, 4, 6, 7 damage on a 15 health character, which can generate more shields, and which means that even at next round, like you're still looking at, like, you have to roll perfect, and he has to roll horrible. And I don't think that's going to be a problem. There you go. That is, I think, like a freaking lethal roll right off the bat. I don't think I even need to do the math. But let's do it anyway. So that's 3 damage. So it's from, we're looking at, let's see, 3, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14 damage. It's more than 7 melee. All right, where's the concession? That's this is where there's, like, I think he's running through the options, but there is no way. So he's thinking of using, I guess, that May the Force be with you here. Yeah, so he's gonna resolve the one reroll on probably, like, yeah, this that die, which he's just gonna say it doesn't matter, and then yeah, moves, and he gets a damage, but doesn't really matter. There's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Okay, he gets the 1 shield out of that with the Guardian of Peace. Yeah. Working on it, thinking about it. Doesn't matter. Needs to do 4 damage there, so he's just gonna, like, run it all into Finn. Because why not? That's 7. I think he didn't take a damage there. Not sure it really matters, but whatever. Pacify, like, you pacify the 1. Maybe. Sure. Save a damage. Save the dream. Nope. So I asked this question in the rules forum just the other day, in fact, because I was something that it was kind of notable to me. Let's see. It was a few days ago. And let's see. Okay. I'll reply at Gringo. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, he's like, it doesn't really matter here. But yeah, because like it ultimately, it didn't really matter in the long run. But that is so. What he tried to do there was that if you're unaware of that particular ruling, and what's going on is that when you Jedi Temple, you power action, you play a card, and then whatever the cost of the card is you played, you get to reroll that many dice. So the question that I asked was, what happens when you actually overwrite something? And there is an obscure bit of text in the rules about when you play a card, you can reduce its cost. That we call it overwriting, although I don't really think is it even termed overwriting in the rules reference, because I don't think it is anymore. At any rate, it is something, it is something where you reduce the cost of the cards you play by discarding the other upgrade, and as a result, that means that according to the text of the Jedi Temple, there you are reducing that cost. Therefore, you're not actually able to reroll that many dice. So by overwriting the Vibra Sword with the MK Sniper Rifle, it's technically, because he played a card that at the end cost 0. That oh geez, you're saying they're figuring out their timetable here, but at any rate, he was not able to actually do any rerolls off of that overwrite, according to the clarification in the rules. Jeepers, oh boy. So we may be concluding a little early here. Looks like we may be concluding now. I mean, there was... well, I guess they will finish this match a little later. Yeah. Yep, no problem. Wow, I'm...
All right. So, this is we're starting with game 2.
Yep.
Norman got game 1, and he's here to join us now also. Gringostoso versus Rando Mando. Rando Mando took that in game 1 with Ayla Obi over the reroll deck. The bans are Kiadi Mundi and Leia.
Game 1 was kind of a rout, and you can look at it on my channel if you like, but it was not exactly pretty. The Ayla Obi basically playing 4 total upgrades, including Jarkai on turn 1, was absolutely brutal. The hand that Rando started off with was something like, it was oh golly. One was a DC-17 blaster. Another was, I think, a Jedi Saber. I may be misremembering. And the another was like a security baton. Then he also had like Armory and Luke's offer, which, or maybe he actually had the Jarkai in hand, and then, but he drew into a 4th upgrade basically off of the Armory and played everything. I mean, it was ridiculous. He could not have asked. It was the Rebel Trader style start. Yeah, you
Oh.
couldn't have asked for like the fates to deliver everything unto you on a gold platter. He didn't have to re-roll anything. It was just ridiculous.
All right, we've been waiting for Mando for a while.
Yeah,
He said he was on
we're
his
getting.
way, so. And there he is.
Hey, the man
Right on
himself.
cue.
Let's say you should be sorry.
Yeah, it's got to be a game loss right there. We'll play game
Yeah.
3 right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, what are they going to bring out? Gringo's got a deck chosen.
I mean, Gringo's, Obi Cam is kind of a it's a pretty solid piece of work. And
Although it is banned.
although it is banned, yeah. And but he had it out there, so I got stupid for a second. What does he want though? Oh, he's gonna go with Kira Boba Fett. All right.
All right. And it looks like Rando Mando's going back to what he won with.
Which you kind of expect.
Yeah.
He's on Undercity this time, so this is Undercity, not the Dayu City. So this is he wants to draw cards. So I haven't looked at this list, but does he run? Is this a Black Market Connection deck?
I assume so.
Yeah. Well, solid hand for Rando there.
Yeah.
Goodness. Gringo's looking at. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, he's throwing back all 5. I guess he's trying to get BMCs.
Yep. I mean, if that could be the goal.
Ooh, he draws change of plans with no support. Gringo just gets to choose.
Yep. Yep. No battlefield rollout. Gringo's got it. I might point out that he needs another resource on Rando's side.
Yeah. We're just gonna make his hand even more insane.
Oh, I know. Yeah, right. It's gonna. Now that I think about it, it might have been that Rando might have started off with the Force Affinity last game on his game 1 too, but might have just been misremembering.
It's definitely
it was 3 days ago.
All right, but he has Jedi Saber, Jarkai, DC, and Luke's offer, so he can get the Jarkai.
So he can play out.
Active.
He can play out. That's disgusting.
That's a decent roll from Kira, though.
Yeah, I don't think that Rando should be thinking about guardianing that here yet. I mean, he not only would only get 1 die out of it, but he'd be wasting the little indirect cost as well.
Yep.
Yeah, but playing Jarkai seems probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, because not much that Gringo can play for 4 that he can't play for 3.
Right. Well, and if also that discard there, if it hits one of his, upgrades, he doesn't even care because of Luke's
Yep.
offer. Gringo's like, yeah, detecting the hand. Yep, there you go. You got it, buddy. All right, so there's the 2. I mean, if you're Rando here, I think you just power action the Ayla Cologne Trooper die in. Just don't even care. Just ignore the discard for now. Call. Amazing. 2 blanks in a row. Man. That's like, I've never seen that before.
Maybe Norman, you should commentate remotely without being in the room. All right. And he's real on his own clone die, not the discard. It's too indirect. Gringo's not going for the discard.
Yeah. I relish the other people's pain of rolling blanks. Makes me feel better about my life.
Oh, coming out swinging here. Now Rando's got to make the decision if he wants to greed and try and get an extra reroll out of the Jedi Saber before playing it from the discard, or if he wants to just keep himself safer from that Kira discard. It looks like he's taking it.
No, I think this makes sense as a play.
Yep.
Just because, like, now you want to. This guarantees, okay, I'm online, right? And now the discard, the discard may hurt him a little more, but he's online, he's tempo up, and yeah, this is a good position for him to be in.
Yep. And he has the extra reroll from Obi anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That's 8 damage.
Yeah, it was casual 10 damage from rolls turn 1. I haven't even rolled out Obi yet. Thank you. Yeah, Gringo's like, oh good lord. Here we go again.
He can do things to stop it though. He has Headstrong and he has Den.
Yeah. This is a little early to go headstronging though. I mean, and I don't know. But since he doesn't have anything else to really play, I guess it's fine. Yeah, so at least he may get out of this with at least well, no, he actually may not be able to get out of this with enough tempo to get the battlefield. It just depends on like how much he decides he wants to reroll here.
Yep. He also has the Boba power action that he's going to want to do.
Yeah. So if you're Gringo right now, do you try to go for damage parity and reroll that discard, or when he has the opportunity here to? Because he's probably going to just dump the change of plans to do this.
Yeah, I'd probably reroll.
I think you probably do. If he gets up, like, man. So this is interesting because he's got not a lot of damage on the board, relatively speaking, and he's going to be up on damage. So this is actually not bad for him, really. He shouldn't have rerolled first here, though.
And Rando shouldn't have power action first.
Oh my gosh, that's actually fantastic for him. Yeah. Okay.
I think now Rando's gonna have a choice of activate Obi or claim.
I don't think he would want to do that. I think he'd rather, miss out on. Well, okay, now he's got that op. But do you?
Or actually, if you activate, you can. There is the Kira power action. So
he's got it. Yeah, the Kira power action is something. Plus, Well, no. Actually, he has already used that power action on Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
2 shields is worth it.
Yep.
Be
Yeah,
fine
that's
with
worth
that.
it. Ooh, charm offensive. I'm not sure that's right there. Because you're giving up 1 damage to
Yeah.
deal 2 damage, but you're also losing
Well,
the claim, which is another damage.
losing the claim is probably the thing that kind of turns that into the bad play, right?
Yep.
Because if he had enough tempo to where that was a essentially like dealing 3 damage, or well,
It's dealing 1 damage, not.
yeah, it's essentially only dealing 1 damage, and I'm basically dealing 0 because of the Jedi Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not an ideal usage, other than just if he wasn't going to use it already, but still.
Yep. Opens with the clone trooper. It's the 1.
So these hands, okay, he's not on heroic trooper. I'm heroic protector. Yeah. Now, if you're Gringo here with 2 resources only, are you thinking that Den of Thieves is the play, or Vibra Sword plus, or Den of Thieves or Let's Make a Deal, or do you Vibra Sword and hope that whatever you draw off Kira, or I mean not draw off Kira, but do you await the dawn and then hope you get something else out of this?
Hmm.
Let's see.
I don't know. I think you're probably ahead
Yeah,
by
he's
enough damage that you can probably play it defensively.
yeah. Awaiting the dawn here is probably, especially if he rolls into one of the bigger sides if Rando rolls into the bigger sides on his weapons, that might be worth the await the dawn. Prevents more, gains him a resource, enables Den of Thieves plus Vibra Sword, or Let's Make a Deal plus Vibra Sword. Probably going to be Den of Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, I think you await the dawn anyway. The question is, what do you do with the resource?
Yeah.
Obi rolls into the resource, which means that Rando's ramp is going through the roof.
Yeah. It's going to he's going to get out that security baton, or the more, well, actually, does he overwrite for the Shoto so he can start generating the shields and then play? Oh, but then he's also got Obi Saber. Good lord. Okay.
You could always, yeah, you could just straight up play either Obi's or Shoto and DC, and then he has 4 upgrades.
Yeah.
Or he could go for overwrites and try and get
Yep.
a better upgrade. So now Gringo is going to be dependent on that await the dawn to play his removal. Or his big removal, at least.
Yeah.
Did Rando just pass?
I think he did.
Ooh, maybe he wants to play Power of the Tribe. Ooh, that discard. Ooh.
Yeah, now he's going to be regretting that pass there, potentially.
Yeah, that makes the Power of the Tribe more attractive, I think.
At this point, yeah. I mean, he can power action Jedi Temple to play it. I mean, talk about man, what a strong move.
Oh, yeah. He could also just Power Action Jedi Temple to play an upgrade, but then you're risking it rolling into damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure that feels good at all, but because literally, like, if it rolls anything other than the 0, it's the dead Obi-Wan. No, I think his play is very potentially here. If he's probably thinking toward the power, whether the Power of the Tribe is the ultimate right move, and takes out the Vibra Sword in a blank.
Yep.
Probably the Kira blank, actually.
Yeah, probably.
He might even forego the Jedi Temple power action here Yep. See, there's
Yeah,
what
you
he's
really
thinking.
need rerolls right now.
Yeah.
There we go.
We called it. I mean, Gringo's line at this point may need to be just to do a reroll and hope that he hits the 4 damage. I mean, yes, there's still Obi-Wan's power action and the Jedi Temple, but like he's got to. He's really.
He does really want this resource though.
Yeah, man. That's going to set his tempo back a little bit. Like the pressure that could have been provided by just forcing some of this stuff is pretty good. But now he's going to lose a little bit of tempo in actions here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's even got to play another card before Boba Fett's online to do his thing. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess if he plays,
he can just play down.
yeah, at this point. But that's tempo that he doesn't like. I don't know.
Now, there's a second DC. Ooh, he forgot his Kira charm. Yo.
RT disappears.
Did I just drop from Discord?
Yes, for a moment.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, Gringo's noting he forgot his charm on Kira.
Yeah,
And that is a may. That is not a must. I'm glad ARH design team made that an option. It's a May thing like Guardian or something.
Yep. All right, Ayla rolls out. Not great, but he does have the 2 resource side on the DC.
Yep. That's going to feel good. Yep, think on your feet. There you go. Crazy good with Boba Fett.
Yep.
Now, Rando's hand, even with those 2 resources, isn't really going to help him this round, other than the Jedi Temple reroll.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it's really here for at this point. So like natty play, power action play with the Kenobi Saber or the Shoto. Okay, here's his reroll. More
money.
resources.
I guess we're in for the long game here.
I don't know with this particular. Well, I guess especially with that shield roll on the Jedi Saber, that is probably going to ensure that Obi-Wan does not die.
Yep.
And that puts him out of range.
but he's gonna get pretty close.
Yeah, but I mean, close is not good enough when you got a heroic protector, but it's potentially coming next turn.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there's probably maybe an argument here for splitting that damage a little bit. I'm not sure. I'd have to work through the math, but it might be the case that if you put all 5 of that onto Obi-Wan and leave like 2, you want him to have about 4 left.
Yeah.
So that if he does the heroic protector, he's going to die and actually take all the damage. So yeah, I guess we see, does he put the Obi-Wan shield on him? Does he, Obi-Wan power action to put a shield on Obi-Wan, basically.
I definitely wait before doing it at least. Because for Rando, the ideal is that he sinks the 2 into Obi and you put the shield on Ayla.
Yeah. I think you're right there.
Let's see if Rando's going to play for the Protector. It's a decent chance he draws it.
He's got 19 cards, double heroic protector. So yeah, he's probably got around a 25-30% chance of hitting that at least. Especially with the other force affinities and stuff. Gets out of there with the claim, though. Okay.
Yeah. And he puts the 1 damage on the Den of Thieves, which will hopefully be able to block their heroic protector.
Hmm.
Ooh. Put the shield on Obi. He did draw the heroic protector.
Oh, yeah.
He also drew Temple Guards, which is big. Ooh, Gringo did draw Chem Strike, though, so now he's kind of glad he took the shield.
Yeah, so here's his line. He's got a Kira. He needs to activate his Kira, put a charm on Obi-Wan, and see if he can bait him into not shielding up Obi-Wan with an extra shield somewhere. Yeah. So then he can Chem Strike it.
Ooh.
Okay, so he might see it, and that maybe his play, and maybe think in that direction. I mean, it's moderately telegraphing if he immediately goes to power action Kira to remove a shield. So we'll see if Rando can kind of tease that out.
Yeah. He also has the 2 on Kira, though, to put more pressure on.
Yeah, so that might is that the play instead of No, I think you still do the whole you still probably use the charm here, because I mean either way, like the charm will not get used. Oh
yeah. Oof.
Natty 2, let's go. All right.
Him forgetting his charm token last term actually matters a lot now.
Yeah. Indeed. Yep.
Ooh.
Okay. So let's see if that just
That could, I guess,
if
bait him
that
into power actioning to get the shield, and
yeah.
then he chem
Yeah, if
strikes.
that yeah, and then Chem Strike. So that's actually like that's pretty solid here.
Yeah.
And doing so gets him the resource. Oh, so there's another smart reason to do that. That nets him a
Ooh.
what?
What's he doing?
Oh, dude,
Wait, did he just like?
no. Oh my gosh.
Now it's gonna get heroic protected.
Oh no. What a
Oh,
disaster. Oh no.
I guess
He
he
had
just
the Kim strike. Oh, unless I
maybe he
guess
was just really worried about health.
yeah, that could be it. Is that if he's just doesn't want to take the 4 damage himself here, but like good night. Like you oh dude, that's hurtful. I
Yeah.
mean, imagine if he had instead Kim striked here and then gets to put 5 damage in additionally into Ayla. Like that kind of
Yeah. That's
does
definitely
it
worth it
for
on
you.
that.
Oh, golly. Oh, Gringo. We channel Elrathian here. It's like, what a disaster.
Uh, Rando's probably gonna get to play this Ayla Saber. Hopefully with the armory. See what is he re-rolling or is he? What's he doing with that? Not sure why he's re-rolling now. He should play the High Levon first, I think.
I think he's probably saving for let's make a deal.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that would make sense. He's got his 4.
Oh my gosh. Casually throw out an armory here.
Yep.
I guess to overwrite the DC into the into the Ayla Saber.
Yep. He has already used the power action this turn, unfortunately.
Yeah. Lost a little bit of value there. Looks like Gringo's going to BRB.
All right.
Elevator music time. Golly. I mean, he's got 3 resources, so let's make a deal is going to help him a lot here. He'll then be able to, get the think on your feet done and then simultaneously get Well, will he be able to even do the Boba Fett power action this turn as a result?
Um,
He may not. He may not be able to.
if he plays the think on your feet for nothing first, then yeah.
Yeah, okay. So which is more worth it? To remove? Probably to remove.
Yeah, probably.
If he can eliminate, now think on your feet it's a 2 or less, right? Or is it just damage?
It is just damage. Any value.
Okay. So he can eliminate a Jarkide die and get some extra value out of that. Wow. An actually not great roll.
He should get a reroll on Security Baton if you remember.
If he thinks of it. Commonly missed thing. Oh, he remembered.
He's got it. Ooh. He finds money, which can be the Temple Guards.
And money. But he does the let's make a deal here right now, which gets, knocks out the big damage.
Yep.
Off the bat. Yeah.
It is only showing damage, so
Yep.
Can't remove those resources.
Yeah, but he gets 3 dice out, so I guess that's pretty good. Still potential for Boba Fett just dying. Well, I guess with think on your feet, you should be fine.
Yeah. Is it supposed to give him 2? He should be at 3 resources, right?
No, he had 2 before he resolved that.
Well, how did he get 2 though?
Well, he started with 2. He hasn't really played much, and then he armoried to get the Ayla Saber, so it didn't cost him anything.
Yeah. We should have gotten. I remember him having 0, but he got 1 from Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, so he must have paid 1 somewhere else. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he paid 1 for the Heroic Protector. Oh, that might have been it.
So he paid 1 for the Heroic Protector. He gets 1 from Let's Make a Deal. He didn't pay anything because of the Ayla Saber, so then he got 2 more. That is...
There is still a chance of a dead Boba here.
Yep. Oh man, dude. Okay. Note to all people, you usually take that power action after you've chosen to do any other rerolls that you're gonna do.
Ooh, Gringo's got the first light. He's got 3 damage on Boba.
That's all he needs. Oh wait, you meant the roll. All he needs is 3 damage to Rando, that is, to get a kill.
Just 1, actually. Right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Here comes Ayla. Swinging.
Big damage, big damage. Stab, stab.
Yeah. Not much you can really do about that.
Oh, not with 0 resources. Yeah, you kind of missed that opportunity.
Yeah. I think he was greeting it, trying to play it first and then get a Boba power action, but just didn't have enough actions.
Yeah, he should have probably just resolved that one single damage, get the value, get the reroll, and then
Yep.
that's his own. I mean, he's got a trick here which can eliminate something, but that's not enough. So he's going to lose a lot of value as a result.
Yep.
I mean, that's enough damage so that even technically he could just go after Kira and just knock Kira out immediately. And then,
Oh yeah.
yeah, this is, yeah. Rando's got RNGesus behind him, that's for sure. Well, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Casual 6 damage. I mean, he's given him opportunity. Like that did just technically give him an opportunity to power action that Boba Fett die in.
Yeah.
Because the last thing he really wants to do here is to activate Kira without the getting his Vibra Sword here.
Yep.
I mean, I guess technically he could instead just activate Kira, get the 2 dice out, and just accept that fact. He does have a Charm Offensive in his hand, so that actually kind of helps him there.
And
This
that's what
actually
it's
might
gonna
actually
do.
this might actually be the right play. I'm not sure. He's climbing up an uphill battle like nothing else, but I mean, like
Yeah.
that just rolling the indirect there is bad for him. I mean, everything's not good. So see,
Yep.
there's another indirect. So now the 2 indirect is yeah, this is bad.
Does have the
Okay.
blank though.
He hits the blanks, but like that's not enough. Like he's got 11 damage to do and potentially 4 to 5 dice. I don't think he can't even there is nothing he can
Yeah.
do here
No.
really. Okay. He's at least doing that. Okay. Rando rolling blanks. Okay. That's useful for him. Get more dice out. Oh. Well, there's 4
4
indirect.
indirect,
Not
which
much you can do
is
about that.
as much health as he has left. I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah. His hand is nothing, right? Yeah, he's got nothing. There it is. So another reason why perhaps going for the Boba Fett a little earlier would have been that, I mean, well, I say that, but there's also a 3 shield for 1 indirect on the first light.
Yeah.
So like the shield dice are what you need in order to at least live for one more round, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I think it makes sense going for Boba because or going for Kira there because you're giving Gringo a Vibro die and you're essentially losing a die's worth of value on the overkill.
yeah. Well, that's the game.
Yeah. So I think Gringo and I are gonna play our game 3 of our top cut match now.
Okay.
Um, do you wanna stream that?
I sure can. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we want to test something? Can you do are you capable with your channel of doing what they call raids?
I think so.
Where you let me throw it up on my channel then, and then we'll just make it so that you don't have to do the headphoney thing.
Yeah.
Since we're at a stopping point reasonably, we could do this. Okay. Stand by. Stand by. Plus, it'll alert some other people that are maybe subscribers. We won't do any additional promotion other than maybe to say this will continue on.
Yeah.
All right, stand by. Go to the Lieutenant Norm channel, twitch.tv/LTNorm, and we'll get this next game going. This is the top cut match from the league, or right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're live on my end now, so let's do it.
All right.
Good luck. Oh, and make me black in the room.
Yeah, well, one sec. I'm just figuring out the raid.
Cool. Oh, so hey, look, Gringo says he was in such a losing battle on the damage that the Chem Strike just felt bad. So he's making a calculated bet that he didn't have the Heroic Protector, I guess. Like, you just can't really play around. Well, you have two choices there. You didn't put anything in the content creator channel.
I think I just put it in announcements.
Oh, that's how you do that? Or I don't have that. I don't have access to that channel. No, you didn't. You didn't put it in announcements.
Did I not? Oh, I might have just dropped it in the invitational chatter then.
Well, not everybody has access to that channel, man.
Yeah, everyone has access to the invitational chatter.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I rated you now, so.
Hey, nice. I think that's the first.